Welcome to Recycling in Lunasea with Love, Joanna. Now here I am in episode 4, standing in my actual kitchen. And as you can see, love permeates in every corner of my kitchen. And we're going to start this episode by looking at how two very ordinary things can be recycled and taken to an extraordinary level. Now you won't believe this, but something as simple as a little bread tie, those little plastic bread ties that do up your bread. These bread ties are taken by a very unusual place called Transmutation in Rhodes, South Australia. And this transfer station, no, it's not a transfer, it's almost like a recycling station. They take hundreds and thousands of these little bread ties and they put them in moulds, and they put these moulds under intense pressure. And when they come out of this intense pressure, they actually come out as very hard knobs. Now I purchased some of these very hard knobs and I put them on my kitchen cupboards, as you can see here. They're wonderful, they're fantastic. Very hard knobs that you can open with great ease. Now you might want to go to Transmutation and get some knobs like this, and you don't have to have them in your kitchen. You might have them in your bathroom, maybe your bedroom. This is something you might like to think about. So these are from plastic bread ties. Now the second thing that this place takes to a wonderful level are plastic bags. Now they grab a whole lot of plastic bags and they put them in something like a sandwich press. I actually don't do this because I have to say, as a disclaimer, that some plastic bags are very toxic, so please don't try this at home. But in Transmutation, that's what they do with their non-toxic bags. They press them down and then voila, out come blended plastic bags, and they make them into earrings. Isn't that fantastic? Plastic bag earrings. So you too might like to Google this place and have a go yourself. Also, I found in Transmutation pop top rings from cans. I bought 2 of these as earrings, and I've added ribbon and a little bead. Unfortunately, I lost one of the pair, so I thought, look, Joanna, why not recycle a pop-top lid yourself? And so I've made another one. This is something you can think about too, the things you can recycle. So that's just a little entry into episode 4, but now we're going to look at how you too can make an extraordinary meal like me. Now you might be sitting in your lounge room watching me thinking, why is Joanna wearing fruit on a hat? Well, I'll tell you why. I had a friend called Rosemary that I knew many years ago, and she went through a bit of a yayo kasama phase too, but she didn't get up every morning and paint dots. She crocheted and knitted fruit and vegetables. And I was so lucky because she said, Joanna, I'd like to give you one of my fruit hats. So here clearly you can see the fruit. I think you can see a pear on the top. You might be able to decipher a little mandarin. I'm thrilled with this vegetable hat. I wear it when I'm gardening. I wear it when I go out. But I must also show you the vegetable hat she made, because she is unique in her persistence. And look, clearly you'll recognise some of these vegetables. I mean, clearly these are stuffed olives. I think this might be I'm not quite sure what that is. This is a carrot, and this could be a bit of an eggplant. So yes, Rosemary's a very talented person. Now last week I was lying in my bed of great ideas, and I was just thinking about all the talents that I actually have. Just a bit like Rosemary. I'm resilient, I'm very polished, I'm adept, capable, I'm very hardworking, and I'm also quite modest and humble. And when I thought of these exceptional gifts that I have, a little voice in my head said, now Joanna, why don't you take these gifts and give out to those less fortunate than yourself? And so today is the day that I'm going to do just that. and you are going to witness my first day as a Meals on Wheels volunteer. Now, in Australia, there's an organisation called Meals on Wheels, for those of you who don't know, and they make exceptional meals, and they deliver them to their customers at their customer's door, at their house. So I want to make this a public event so everyone realises just how philanthropic I really am. And so let's go. The first thing we have to do is I wanted to make sure that I gave a visual effect to these people, to my first customer, because sometimes these people are a bit bewildered. They don't cook their own meals and they might have forgotten about meals and cooking. And I thought, let's give them a bit of a visual. So I came up with, I call this my recycled love truck, and I got this at an op shop. Amazing the things that you can recycle from an op shop. Now I put a basket on the back. This is just so they understand this concept. So let's take this love truck, and I think what we have to do is make something to go in it. A lovely meal for my first customer might be some love toast. And to make love toast, you just require a spoon like this, and I'm going to make a little indent, because I'm making the indent of a heart on this bread. You just press down your spoon to make a little, you have to press quite hard sometimes to make that heart go in. Then I'm going to get some of my own Lunasea jam, and I'm just going to get a little spoonful of my Lunasea jam made here in Lunasea, and I'm just going to put it into that little heart shape. Just carefully put it into that little heart shape. Might need a little more jam. To be quite delicate here when you're dealing with hearts. There, just like that. And now I'm going to put it into my grill. Oh, I might need a little bit at the bottom there, Joanna. I've got to make this. Now I'm going to put it into my previously heated grill, and I'm taking it over to the grill on my special heart plate. In it goes. Now, while that's cooking, we're going to do the bottom layer of this spectacular 2-layer meal, and I think it should be a sweet type of thing, because they're going to start with a sweet type of thing and might as well continue, mightn't they? So I bought a packet of biscuits behind here. A packet of biscuits. It's very handy to have these. These are called jammy dodgers. So we're just going to open these biscuits. We're going to open the biscuits. Sometimes biscuits are very hard to open, especially as you've taped one end. There we go. We've got the jammy dodgers. And I'm going to just place these jammy dodgers carefully. Oh, we forgot the napkin, Joanna. Must have the heart napkin. Oh, forgot the napkin for the love truck. So here we go. Here goes the napkin into the love truck. Oh, we've got to have health and safety too, and we don't want anyone getting sick on my first customer for Meals on Wheels. So there we go. And now I'm going to put the lovely jammy dodgers carefully into the bottom of the love truck. But I'm going to keep one out, because when I purchased this love truck, unfortunately, I saw that one of the wheels was missing, and sometimes when you recycle things, things are missing. But I thought, not to worry, I'm going to put one of these Dodger jammy biscuits right in that hubcap. Oh, don't make sure the jam doesn't stick to your finger. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, that's wonderful. So now we have the bottom layer. I'll just check and see if the toast's done. No, might need just a few more minutes. But what I will do while we're waiting for that, I need to really sprinkle something onto this beautiful array. And I believe nothing beats Fruit Loops. Nothing beats Fruit Loops for a sprinkle. Look, what I might do, I might put them in this special container, Scott, before I sprinkle them, just like that. I think that's a good idea. This is a special Lunasea mermaid. She's clearly in love. So I'm going to take the Fruit Loops and just sprinkle that, just a little touch of love and fruity loopies onto the jammy biscuits. Now, oh dear, I see the hubcap's fallen off. We might have to get some more glue, Scott, for that. Now, yes, the toast's ready, so I shall get my special little heart dish. Make sure to turn it off, Joanna, because we don't want to have a fire in Lunasea. Let's put the special jammy toast. Here it is. Here's the jammy toast, which looks quite vaguely like a heart. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that toast on a very special plate. And this plate was made by my potter friend, Kim, in Bermagui at Bermagui Mudworks. See, it's love at first bite. Won't that be fabulous for my first Meals on Wheels customer? So let's place that little dish on top of the love truck and put the toast on top. Oh, excellent. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, now the other thing we have to do, we need to write a little label, because some of these bewildered people, you know, they might not be quite sure what is in this truck. So I've got a little label. I'm going to write love toast and love biscuits. And then I'm going to attach this label to the front of the truck. Very good label holding truck front. Attach it like this. It's a very colourful label. A little bit of a twist. And then the other thing I have to do is I have to be able to pull the truck up the driveway, because I live in the bush here and I'm in a region where it might be a bit hard to get a truck up a driveway, but I'm going to do my best, my first customer. So I'm going to tie 2 of these on each side, 1 on each side, so I can pull the truck up the driveway to my customer. Oh, look, and pink is for unconditional love. Remember that? Use pink for unconditional love. This is just fabulous. So here we go, round the front. Oh, yes, that should do the trick. Now, you are all going to follow me as we go to my first Meals on Wheels customer. I think we're ready, but Scott, we might have to, just before we go to get some glue for the hubcap. And I think before we go, we just need a little Lunasea bubbles. So we're going to fix up this and then we're going to see you there. Goodbye, and see you next time with love, Joanna.